All right, hi, my name is MaryAnna. I am the Energy Reader. Hi, my name is MaryAnna. I'm the Energy Reader, which is an evidential medium, a psychic, an animal communicator, a nonverbal communicator, and a tarot reader, all rolled into one. So that is a lot. And I do some tarot reviews. This is or was a Kickstarter project by Marcus Katz, K-A-T-Z. He's been in the tarot world and written, like, I want to say upwards of 30 books. Seems like a super nice guy, which pains me to give this incredibly honest review of his deck. It did come in a nice tin. The tin has two sides because there was kind of a 50 card oracle on the one side. I don't know if this was supposed to be a full tarot deck and I got shorted the cards. I don't think so because I have like the rose key, the gate, initiation. I'm sorry, I should be showing you these. So the art is beautiful. This is AI art. This one is the gate. And so I forgot I'm not on TikTok. I don't need to rush, do I? This is one called The Great Work. So I guess this is more like an oracle deck. The Angel of Fire is pretty cool. And then it goes into wands. Oh, the Angel of Earth is really cool also. Angel of Earth. So the art is amazing. But then you go to the rest of this deck and it's like coin art. So it's very weird. The cards are very thin. They're also very slippery and they still smell. Yeah, I try not to even get too close. I opened it the other day. It gave me an actual headache from the smell of the chemicals. So I don't know who he had make his cards, but they reeked. Um, th so this is the Oracle deck still. So as an introduction to myself, if you haven't seen my other information on tarot, please do go watch it. This is the Two of Cups in the Oracle deck. I'm calling it an Oracle deck, but I'm not sure if that's what he's calling it because there were no directions. So there's the little white book, right? I'm getting a headache right now from the chemicals, actually. So this is the Tarot of the Everlasting Day. So there's the little white book. Let me see if I can turn my light down a little bit. There we go. Maybe that'll help a little bit. And it's very basic. There's a lot of white space. And there's nothing in there that tells me what to do with this extra deck. There's no card that tells me what to do with it. It doesn't have any instructions. Now, I really want to caveat this, which I fully understand that anyone who spends this much time creating a deck, and especially him, again, I think he's written about 30 books. I understand that this is really a labor of love. And so if you love this deck, by all means, I am underwhelmed. I waited quite a long time. It should have been here about December, January. This is February. This is March 1st. I think I got it 2 days ago. Again, the cards are pretty, they're not going to hold up. You know what I mean? They're pretty on the thin side and they're quite slippery, honestly. So when you're trying to shuffle, they're going everywhere. Now let's talk about the art. I did get the words on it. I got the version that had the words on it, and I'm recording via Zoom, so hopefully this is a little more clear once I get it downloaded and everything. It doesn't look that clear to me, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. This looks more clear on my screen, but I guess that probably doesn't mean anything. So that was the Fool. Here's Temperance. So you can see the AI art is cool, right? It's definitely cool. This one has some words on the side that, like, for example, the point of creation. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So we go from that really cool AI art to kind of almost picture-like art, which, okay. Five of Pentacles is pretty good. And most of them are like this, just that kind of nobody really has a face. It's kind of a little bit, what would you call that? I'm not sure. And then suddenly So for example, the Seven of Pentacles. So like everything is just kind of abstract. That's what I'm looking for. So the art itself is cool, very cool. Ten of Wands. So you can see how nobody really necessarily has a face. And then all of a sudden, the Six of Pentacles, you're like, bam, now we have a face. And it kind of threw me off because, you know, once you're consistently kind of going through the deck, you don't expect to go no faces, no faces, no faces, bam, a face. This guy also has a face, but there's minimal faces in here. I wouldn't say like the Hierophant. Like, there's really no even need for diversity because nobody necessarily has a face except for those two old guys. So it was just a little bit different. I mean, the Hermit is an actual light. And this reminds me of the Chronicles of Narnia, actually. So you can see it does have the Roman numerals at the top. The Empress is different. Here's the Knight of Pentacles. Again, the art is cool, very cool. I guess there's a few more faces. I'm seeing a few more now. I guess you know, in terms of if you like to see different ethnicities, this is going to be a little on the European centric side. I was looking for I was looking for the devil. If I, of course, oh, the Ten of Cups is a cool card. So the art is cool. This one is interesting because you can see in the Nine of Cups, you can see kind of gluttony, right? So yes, wishes fulfilled. So the words didn't work on all the cards, right? Because it's in white, and instead of changing it up for the picture itself, or instead of putting a box around it, you can see where you can barely read that that's the Eight of Cups. The Two of Wands, very Rider-Waite centric, which I happen to like. There it is. There's the devil. You can't see the devil. You can't see the words. It's at the bottom. It says the devil. So, I mean, obviously you'll get used to using them and you'll know which ones are the devil, which ones aren't. But the point of having the words is that you can read them. There's death. Everyone likes to kind of see the death card. And this is strength. I didn't understand this. I didn't understand this card. Still don't. And the words, again, the white doesn't really work. Love the moon card. Moon card is very cool. And then I also love the tower. He called it the Tower of God. I mean, to me, it's just the tower because that's what it is in tarot. So in review, they are a good size for your hands. You can see how the words don't work on that one either. So that's the Three of Pentacles, but you have to look really hard to pick out the words. But then right under it, they're in black. So also not consistent because that is the first time I've noticed that, and I haven't noticed that on any of the other cards. On all the other cards, the words on the bottom are white. So it looks like, oh, I take that back. Justice has white in justice, and then it has balance in black, and then measurement, truth, and law in white. So it looks like they started to maybe kind of understand that you couldn't see the words. And so they did a few, but it's not consistent, like at all. And honestly, the Three of Pentacles on this one should have been black font color, in my opinion. Now, again, the art really overshadows the deck. Not overshadows, is the selling point. Overshadow would be the wrong word. I do like his aces. This is the Ace of Wands. It's very, you know, very, it's all there, right? Here's the Ace of Cups, also very cool. I mean, the art is cool, right? The art is very cool. The Eight of Swords, I mean, I don't necessarily get that one. Four of Swords, very cool. Very, what's that called? Medieval looking. All right, so but I still have a headache. I'll come back and talk. I'm going to talk about that for just a second more. Horse, there we go. And one of the cards does have this incredibly complicated layout that I will literally never do, ever. Like, I think you can make tarot too complicated. I think you can really get too far into the weeds, and pretty soon you're giving people these esoteric, high level, you're ascending, you're turning into the 5D, you're doing that, you're saying all these things with the fanciest words available, when what somebody on the other side of the tarot deck really wants to know is, do I take this job or do I not? Am I headed in the right direction? Are my children ever going to come back to me and have a relationship? Is the person I'm dating, is what's the vibe, right? I did like this card. Basically, this is kind of the card on top of the tarot deck. Apparently, I got deck number 41 is how I'm assuming. And it says certificate of authenticity, appreciated Kickstarter backer. So I do like that, but it's a very odd face for it's an odd face for it. It's a one-eyed man. And then the Tarot of the Everlasting Day. I think they could have done so much more with the font. Definitely, this was you have all this beautiful art, and then you have just really odd font choices. So as far as anyone has watched my stuff before, this is how I shuffle because I don't like to ruin my cards. Oops, that was loud. If you riffle shuffle, more power to you. This is how I do it. So they're a little bit slippery. I assume that they'll wear in a little bit after they get some of the oil off of my hands and onto the cards, and they start working against each other. But honestly, now I'm gonna have to take a Motrin because the smell from these cards, I have a headache. I literally have a headache. So just that little shuffle, I got the Moon, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords, which is kind of funny because it's like, the secrets of the deck are going to do me well, right? The secrets of the deck, and let the deck talk to me, and I haven't given it a chance. That's how this card kind of looks to me, which I would agree with that so far. One reason is this fucking smell. Excuse my language. The Ace of Wands is that this is new beginning. There's a lot of passion in this deck. There's a lot of creativity in this deck. It's a fresh start. I do enjoy the art. I do enjoy the art, right? And then it's really funny because the next card was the King of Swords, and this is how I picture the guy who created this deck probably looking at this review. He's going to be like, you know what, lady? How about you take a flying leap off a short pier? So King of Swords is about deliberation, wisdom, continual focus. So I do think that I definitely will play with these more than I have other decks. I would like to get into some of this art and some of his meanings. I really expected, and I'm not trying to be mean because this is the Empress, by the way. So let me pause. All right, so by all stretch, I'm not trying to be mean. The art is beautiful. I expected the cards to be slightly bigger. I expected them to be slightly more quality. And yeah, like this one is initiation, so I don't necessarily get that one because his back is to us. So some of the pieces, and this is out of that Oracle one, I guess that's what it is, because again, there's like literally there's nothing here other than what I've read in his emails from being a Kickstarter backer. This one says artificial intelligence, and this is in the Oracle one. And then the Empress is in both the tarot side. So this is the Tarot Empress, and then this is the Oracle Empress. So you can see that they're basically the same card. So again, not understanding his thought process there. And I did pay for this deck on my own. This is a viable Kickstarter backed deck. I do like the box, but that is my review of the Tarot of the Everlasting Day. Thank you.